the Moviescast 007 Keyboard Road Warrior series, where we play Euro Truck Simulator 2 on a laptop with just its keyboard. So, at the end of the last video, we leveled up to level 8. So we have a skill point to apply. So the first thing we're going to do is apply that skill point. And I think you know where we're going to put it. As promised, we're going to level up evenly. This would be possibly how you would level up another driver if you use the balanced option. So we're going to stick that in just-in-time deliveries. We're going to go to level 1, rank 1. Important deliveries are unlocked. We get a 3% higher award for finishing an important delivery and a 20% experience bonus for finishing an important delivery. So just-in-time delivery, sometimes companies need to deliver something important quickly, so they call for a just-in-time job. Such work puts more stress on the driver. The delivery window is tighter, but the compensation eases your level of discomfort. So that's where we are. So we're going to apply that. Boom. Now we got some upgrades. So some brand new upgrades. So for Volvo, we got some light bars, a doorstep, and a 540 bhp engine, which we're not going to bother with because we've got a 600 bhp engine in our vehicle. I don't know why on earth that's appeared. That seems utterly pointless. Let's have a quick look at what Scania offer. Pretty much the same sort of thing. Light bars and doorsteps. No engine for them. Man, you don't get much for 1111 if you're driving a man. Mercedes, wow, even less. DAF, exactly the same as the Mercedes. Renault doorsteps. Bull bars, and a Iveco, same again. So, those are the upgrades available to you. We don't need any of that. We've got our lovely Volvo FH16 with its 600 bhp engine, and we're not going to upgrade until we can get the 750. Actually, no, we might continue to upgrade the engine because obviously every little bit of extra horsepower is useful. We'll upgrade the cab when the XL box is available, so we'll get that lovely XL box at the top. That'll possibly necessitate us changing the light bar on the roof. I might add a grill bar to put some extra lights on, because when you're watching these videos, I want you to be able to see everything, and it's a bit unfair to have the full beams on, because that shines in the other driver's lights and you get that little flashing effect. Not that this is real, and you're really blinding real drivers, but this is a sim game, and we like to play sim games the way we like to play sim games. So we've leveled up. So let us drive. First thing we're going to do is what we do at the beginning of all of our journey, all of our videos. Sorry, is we're going to go and repair the vehicle, get some rest, and then find a new job. So, if we fire up the engine, bring up the map, and we need to take a right and then a left and follow the road around. So let's exit this yard. I thought that was where the exit was. I was completely wrong. So let's find the exit. It's below this popsicle stand. And get ourselves fixed up. That's actually, before we go anywhere, let's make sure you guys can see. So, Okay. Oh no, I didn't want to do that. I wanted to do that. Okay, and we're going to head to the yard. So that's just following the road around to the left, and we will get ourselves sorted. So recently SCS have announced that they, well, not recently, quite a while ago to be honest, but over the last few months SCS have announced they're making an American version of this game. I'm sort of muted. I have a muted excitement about it. It's nice that they're making a new game, but it's going to be an American game, and one wonders whether they've noticed the number of Americans that play Euro Truck, and they figure that they can make more money by concentrating on the American market. £238, no more than we would expect of general running costs. £156 or 1% for wheels, £7 for our cabin, £14 for our chassis, £23 for our transmission, and £37 for our engine. So that's not bad. £238. I'll take that. We didn't want to upgrade anything, so we'll ignore that for the time being. But that's where you can do it from. So let's rest up. Let's get to daylight for you guys. Alright, so John has actually done us proud. He's brought in £3,000. Actually, before we go anywhere, we do need to find a job. There's no point in driving aimlessly. So our bank balance at the moment is £58,843. £58,843 is very close to the £80,000 we need to upgrade our depot, our garage, so that we can add 2 more drivers. So that's our purpose for the next few journeys, is to get that those funds. So we are in Kristiansand, which is at the bottom tip of Norway. We can go back to Sheffield. Have we been to Sheffield? No, we've not been to Sheffield. And we're delivering ore, 23 tons of ore. Okay, I think I can cope with that. 23 tons of ore to Sheffield. Let's select that. Back to the UK again. Right, so let's head and to the depot to pick up our load. So, as soon as they have passed us by, we will pull out. Stick in the right-hand lane. So yes, as I was saying, American Truck Simulator. While it sounds interesting, and I'm always interested in trying a new game from a company that I admire, and SCS I do admire, I do worry that they're going to abandon Euro Truck Simulator. That would make me sad. Primarily because I think they want their aim is to do the whole of America. Now they've not done the whole of Europe. It's a smaller continent. Actually, before we do that, I want to take my screenshot of the job offer, as is my wont, which I forgot to do when I was selecting the job. I got excited by doing it. So that's our job offer. So let's take that job. Sorry about that. Let's take the job. Boom. And yes, they've not covered the whole of Europe. I am playing a version of the game that does rely on mods, having updated the game. And while it's fantastic that there are people out there making mods for this game, it concerns me that the company making this game do seem to be relying on mods, the modding community to fix or augment their game. They seem to have. They seem to want. I mean, it's understandable. They want to make money, and they see the American market as a hefty way of doing that. And if you look at Twitch, a significant number of Twitch streamers are Americans playing, driving mod-created American big rigs around Europe. And obviously, the roads of Europe just simply are not built for big rigs. Let's quickly go before we get blocked off. And we go FAB, Virgil. Sorry, that's a bit of an obscure joke if you're not British or a fan of Thunderbirds. Their ambition is to map the whole of the United States. My argument with them would be, well, you haven't even bothered with the whole of Europe, so the initial screenshots look glorious. I mean, they really do look glorious. They've shown screenshots of vehicles. See, this is what you put the parking brake on, the handbrake. They've shown shots of vehicles in the landscape. They've shown interior shots of a Peterbilt. They've shown shots of just the areas themselves. And oh crap! As I hit the D key instead of the brake. Did we do any damage? No, we lost £320, but apparently we haven't done any significant damage. But if we go into diagnostics, we'll see their rears cab damage. Yeah, chassis damage, £111, £21 of damage to the... Yeah, gosh. We've only just fixed it, and already we've done damage to it. It's not good, folks. It's not good. Possibly something I mightn't have done if I was driving with pedals. But sometimes the... come on. Sometimes... What the hell? Ugh. Alright, now I've got a percentage of damage on the truck. I don't know what was going on there. I think maybe he was... I couldn't see him. Maybe he was not going to move because of the damage. That's quite often the AI will... You hit them and they won't move. Their hazard lights will go on. But they won't actually... The vehicles just suddenly stop. Which is kind of annoying. You want to get on with your... Oh gosh, we've gone over the grass again. I seem to have got away with that. Periodically, I notice that it must be depending on how much cumulative damage has been done to the load. But you'll notice that you'll do something minor like run over the grass. £4, that's not too bad. We're not in France, so hopefully we won't get the ridiculous number of toll booths that you do in France. An American truck simulator, while it's interesting, I fear that they are making that at the expense of Euro Truck Simulator, and they wouldn't be in a position to make American Truck Simulator without Euro Truck Simulator. So my hope is that they don't stop developing it. I want them to go in, or want someone to go into Italy, and there's only a couple of cities in Hungary. There's an interesting map of Romania, but the trouble is, it kind of dominates the whole of the map. You lose the rest of Europe to this Romanian map, so that's no good. I'd like them to visit Romania and more of Hungary. So if you noticed, we just paid a loan instalment. Actually, just out of interest, let's just go to the bank, see how many installments we've paid. So we've paid 16 out of the 70 installments. It's not bad. Yeah, we're doing well. We've got Out of 320,000 we borrowed, we've got 246 left to pay. So that's not good. That's not bad. That's good. So our little empire it's paying its way. Yes. Now the modding community is doing fantastically well. My favourite map modders, ProMods, are doing sterling work. I mean, you've already seen. We are in Scandinavia. We're on a part of the Scandinavian map that they created. I think we've driven in a portion of the. No, actually, no, I don't think we have. The Northern France map, which is fantastic. And obviously, I hope they extend further south. I know they intend to go to places like Monaco, so that would be fantastic. They intend to go to Spain and Portugal, which would be wonderful. Oh, I also, I genuinely hope I really hope they put some more localized radio stations. I'm trying to learn Spanish at the moment, and it would be wonderful in my private profile to be able to listen to Spanish radio stations while I'm driving, so that I can sort of absorb the Spanish while I'm, pick up the odd word here and there and reinforce what I'm learning while I'm learning it. They're going into Portugal, hopefully, so no doubt there'll be 2 or 3. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, how much damage do we do? Oh, we got away with it. I think I was going too fast around that corner. Yes, I was probably going way too fast around that corner. Yes, it pays to sort of periodically is to turn in increments rather than just mash the steering button. I also understand it. I think it might be this load as well. I've watched a few videos of people travelling with this load, and it's quite unstable. So, yes. Excuses, I know. But I do understand this load is quite unstable. Right, you notice that I'm not using the cutoff that's available to me that steer me in the right direction, and that's because I have to go up to the edge of the road in order to look right. It's because I can't look left. It's because I can't look left while I'm driving, because I don't have enough fingers. This is one of the reasons why I want the Track IR. When I'm driving in real life, as I'm carrying on ahead, I'm looking left to see the oncoming traffic, so that if the road is clear, I can pull out straight away without stopping. Oh, look at that! That's fantastic. 8 different tunnels. I love it. Not a stock one tunnel design all the way through the map, but different tunnels. That's brilliant. So I want to be able to use the track IR to look left to see whether there's any oncoming traffic that I have to stop for, or whether I can just feed straight into the road, and in that way I could then use the sort of the curved part of the road to aid the cornering without having to steer into oncoming traffic. So yes, I'm looking forward to that. Wow, a long bridge. What the heck are we doing? Where are we going? Actually, let's have a quick look at the map, see where we are heading. So we're going to Stavanger, and then Bergen. We're going into Stavanger. I don't know whether I should find that discoverable, whether that contradicts my my desire to stick to. Oh my goodness me! And then Bergen. I don't think it does. Might seem like yes. I'm trying not to go out of my way to discover places, but once discovered, I think. Yes. Once I've discovered a place, I feel comfortable going to find the discoverables within that place. it's going out of my way to define to add a new city that we are not going to do. That's what we're going to do. So if we're travelling through Stavanger and through Bergen, so I'm quite comfortable going and finding the discoverables in Stavanger and Bergen. I'm going to double check that that's how you pronounce, and if it's not how you pronounce Stavanger, then in the next video I will correct myself and say when we went to Stavanger it was in fact not pronounced Stavanger but pronounced blah, because I would prefer to pronounce these places properly. You can see the load shifting in the I don't think I remember a load shifting that much. It's wobbling. That's bonkers. Okay, I'm going to say that my near accident was, if not caused by, at least contributed to by the instability of the load that I'm pulling. Okay, I don't think we're going to be pulling this load again. I think even if it's a huge reward, I think I'm going to... Yes, I'm not going to bother with this load again. I feel deeply uncomfortable pulling this ore with the keyboard. I think I'll save it for a steering wheel. So if we get it in the Logitech Road Warrior, then we'll pull it. But I think I'll pull it again with the keyboard, because I can't steer as quickly with a keyboard as I can with a steering wheel. I can't. The sort of muscle memory ability to steer a load correctly isn't there on a keyboard, because although I have been playing this game for a month and a half with a keyboard, quite a lot, it's still not as intuitive as driving with a steering wheel, because I've been driving real cars with a steering wheel for 20 years. 20 years. That's horrifying. I've been driving for 20 years. Where's my life gone? Okay, so to that moment of melancholia. In terms of the map of Europe, I'm not entirely sure. I know ProMods don't have much intention of going to Greece and Turkey. That's fair enough. It's a shame, because Greece and Turkey technically are part of Europe, as is Cyprus, and it would be nice to have another part of the map where you drive on the left-hand side of the road, the right-hand side of the cab. £4. But it looks like they're not going to bother with that, and it's a shame, because a lot of European truckers go to Istanbul for a start. Istanbul is a massive Eurasian hub, so it would be a shame if they didn't bother with it. And I'm hoping we can kind of persuade them that once they've run out of places in France and Spain and Portugal and the UK, once they've run out of the Baltic states, the bit of Russia, the western part of Russia that they're going to do, once they've done all of that, maybe if SCS don't bother with Italy, maybe they'll go to Italy. And yes, I would prefer they went to Italy than Greece or Turkey. But once they've finished with the bits of the map that they said they're going to do, I would love it if they did Western Turkey and Greece, because they are parts of them. They are part of Europe. Whether we agree with that or not, whether we think that Greece and Turkey should in fact be part of Asia or the Middle East, is irrelevant. The fact is, they are technically, sort of geographically, although sort of not geographically, and politically, most importantly, politically and economically, they are part of Europe. Greece is part of the European monetary unit that even Britain's not part of, that the UK is not part of. So I think particularly Greece, I would prefer to see Greece in the game. It's part of Europe, whether you agree with that or not. But I'm not going to fight too hard for it, because obviously I want them to concentrate on the bits that they've already agreed that they want to do, which is at the moment Baltics, westernmost cities in Russia, Spain, Portugal, Ireland, and France. They have said they're going to do those, and I would love for them to carry on, to have as much of the European map to drive on as possible. Is fantastic, to give you something to carry on doing, and also to increase the journey times. I know a lot of the streamers, you end up doing dozens and dozens of journeys in a stream. It would be fantastic if they were able to, in their stream. Let's have a quick look at the map here. Yes, right, and then right at the roundabout, and then straight across at the next roundabout, and then we'll do the loop, and then we'll head to Bergen. So yes, I know that I said I wouldn't discover places, but we've discovered Stavanger as a natural part of our journey. And I know a real truck driver wouldn't go looking for these things, but a real truck driver wouldn't need to discover them to know about them. And so, they'd just be able to pick up a phone book and or go on the internet and find these recruitment agencies and truck dealerships, and we have to actually drive to them. So I kind of feel that mitigates me driving out of my way to find them, because I have to, and I wouldn't have to in real life. So yes, if they could cover as much of the map of Europe as they can, that would be fantastic. It would make up for because the SCS make you buy these bits of map. Now, if I had the money, I would certainly donate to ProMods, because they are doing a fantastic job of enlarging and augmenting this wonderful game. And that deserves to be rewarded. So if there are people watching who've got quite a bit of spare cash, I would urge you to support the guys at ProMods. They've got a PayPal account. Iveco, we found an Iveco dealership. I would urge you to support the guys at ProMods, because if they could get a little bit of reward, if they could get money to pay for things, they have to pay a license to use some of the software that they use to create these maps, and it would be nice if they could get a bit of cash that could help them with essential hardware and software to carry on making these maps. Because I know the guys, I know one or two of them work. I know one of them works, but I think most of them are in full-time education. And obviously, we don't want them to leave their full-time education, but it would be nice if they were given some support, because obviously students have no money, and paying for software licenses when you are a student is no. Phew. We didn't want to do that. My goal is to try and get an excellent delivery rating, as much as possible. And the second you get a percentage of damage, you go from excellent to good work, which is not what we're aiming for. We're aiming for excellent as much as possible. We've already had a couple of really bad reviews. I think we've had damaged, and we've had what else have we had? I forget now. We haven't had a late yet. I've had a late in my own profile. I can't remember what I did. I think I got damaged and I had to be towed. Actually, no, that's not true. I think maybe it was one of these deliveries where you had a limited amount of time, and I went on a city hunt. Perhaps I can't remember, but I have had a late delivery once. It wasn't pleasant. Oh, let's get some petrol. I've just looked at our see how much we need to fill it. Well, it's not emergency low, but it's not comfortably not comfortable. That said, we are going to be on a ferry imminently. Wow, £1,000, £1,200. I think I've made a tactical financial error there. I think Scandinavia is hideously expensive. Actually, no. Now that I think I haven't, because I've just remembered the most expensive is in fact the UK. Whoa! Bus just sped past us. Come on, give us a gap, give us a gap, give us a gap. Come on. Okay, you're not going to go, I'm going to go. That's ridiculous. That was a gap for a lorry to get out, and I'm afraid a car could almost certainly have got out. Right, I think we've got a long journey in a tunnel. Oh, I mean long by Euro Truck Simulator standards is, you know, not long, but and another different tunnel style. I love it. This is one of the things that the ProMods guys do, that the SCS guys don't do quite as well, is that they want to make the experience less cut and paste. I'd love to see how good this looks on with the settings whacked up to maximum. I'm so excited about it. I'm months away from that. I'm probably half a year away from seeing this game in all its glory for myself on my own computer. But I am only 5 months away from driving it with a steering wheel. That much is certain. Alright, we're into the ferry yard, so where do we go from here? I've never been into this ferry yard before. We drive up onto the back of the Ro-Ro. Okay. Careful not to speed. Oh, we're the first truck on. Mind you, we're always the first truck on in ProMods. So let's pick our... it's this tiny little short ferry journey which makes me giggle. That was 50 quid. 25 minutes. So, okay, we've got another ferry ride coming up. So, we've got to go to Bergen first. Yeah, so we exit here, and this is the mirror image of the the entrance that we used. Whoa! Yes, that was tight. Wow. I am a little urgent with the brakes because I'm using a keypad. There isn't the range of travel on this keypad. Actually, let's double check. Hang on, can we? Yeah, no, we've only got one way to go. Yeah, you haven't got the range of travel on a keypad that you do on a brake. So in real life, I will, when I'm coming up to a junction, I sort of ease the brakes on gradually, and you can't do that really with the keyboard because it's not pressure sensitive. It's on or off. This is one of the things I am looking forward to with the steering wheel, with the pedals that come with the steering wheel, is being able to sort of feather the throttle and the brakes so that I can control the speed, so that I can control it doing 50, I can control 60, 80, 90, 100k, so I can get that true speed control, and also so that I can get a degree of control on the braking, so that I can slow the truck down without stopping it. The only way I can do that is to sort of peck at the S key with my finger, so that I'm getting brief bursts of brake rather than full-on braking. this just feels like Norway to me. It's fantastic. Now, I've never been to Norway. It's Scandinavia is one of those places that my wife and I want to go. It's sort of part of our plan of travelling the world. I think she's been to Scandinavia, but I haven't been anywhere near Scandinavia. Not even close to Scandinavia. I've been to France. I've been to Italy. I've been to Germany. I've been to Austria. I've been to Holland. I've been to Turkey. But I've never been to Scandinavia. Well, I've been to other places as well. I've been to New York and San Francisco. I've been to most of the major towns and cities in New Zealand now over the course of this year, and a visit in 2010. I had a stopover at Kuala Lumpur, although I don't know whether that really counts. And on my way back to the UK, we've already bought my flight back to the UK, and my stopover is in Shanghai. So I technically will have been to China. Although I really won't. Scandinavia is definitely a place I want to visit. There's a number of reasons, mostly books and film and TV. I love the detective stories of Henning Mankell, his detective Kurt Wallander, and also Stieg Larsson's Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, Girl with the Hornet's Nest, and the other one whose name escapes me. The Stieg Larsson books have fascinated me. So they were all set in Sweden. I'm fascinated by Bergen, which is I think Norwegian. It's sort of set on Norway, and the bridge fascinates me. That's a story set with a murder set on this huge bridge between Norway and Denmark. Yes, is it Norway and Denmark, or is it Sweden and Denmark? It might be Sweden and Denmark, actually. So yes, I'm fascinated by Scandinavia. Fascinatingly, the Sweden drove on the same side of the road as the United Kingdom until the late 1950s. They held a referendum to decide whether they should change the side of the road to fall in line with the rest of Scandinavia. 83 or 82% of the population said no, but the government went ahead and did it anyway, which is very brave. But they drive on the left, they drive on the right. They drive on the left-hand side of the vehicle, right-hand side of the road, like the rest of mainland Europe now. So sad, but logical. We're back up to 52, having paid. I think we dipped to 49 because of our £3. Wow, Scandinavia's toll roads are really cheap compared to France's or Poland's. So we paid a £4,000 instalment on our loan, and I think that dipped us under 4. But I think our other driver John pulled us back, so we're up to 52.6. So we're only 26 away from being able to upgrade that garage. So we'll do that as soon as we've got the 80k. Well, a bit more than 80k. We'd like to have a little bit of money in the bank to pay our loan instalments and tolls and petrol and so forth. So probably a good idea to keep about 6k in the bank account. So if we wait till we've got about 86k, then we'll upgrade upgrade the garage in Liverpool. So I think this is the first time I've ever done this part of the map in any of my profiles. I don't think my private profile has ever led me up, and I don't think my test profile has ever. I have a test profile which I use to test mods. This is a thing I think I can't recommend highly enough. If you want to install a modification to the game, you need to be very careful what you're doing. Create yourself a test profile. Have all of the mods that you're happy with activated, and then a mod you want to apply, to try it on your test profile with all of the other mods to see whether there's a conflict. Because if you've got mods you love, you don't want them. Have we missed Bergen? I think we might. Have we missed Bergen? Let's check the map. No, we haven't. Don't think we can't have missed Bergen. No, we travel from Bergen. We've done quite a journey. That's quite a journey on the, was it the E39? So yes, so we're heading to Bergen. That's where we're going. And when we get into Bergen, we'll do a little loop. Instead of turning left, we'll turn right, and then we'll get these discoverables, and hopefully that's a recruitment agency which will aid us when we are buying. And oh, look at the traffic. Look, if you look in the mirror on the left-hand side of the screen, I have created a little bit of a traffic jam. I could imagine that they would be honking at me by now. Actually, that would be an interesting thing to include. Oh, crikey, I'm on the wrong side of the road. That's bad. I'm going to get a fine for that. I'm not careful. So, let's get ourselves... Whoa, what the hell do you think you're doing? That's totally uncool, my friend. Totally uncool. Oh, there's... Oh! Where did he come from? No, I've got to wait for him to go away. Oh, that's annoying. That is annoying. He's come from nowhere, and he's now going to sit there. Why are you sitting there? And of course, now that there is actually, I might be alright. Let's go back into my lorry. I haven't got my parking brake on. I got far enough away from him that he decided to pull away from me. That's you need to give him a bit of distance. Let's see how much damage that they did. No, that's good. Right, so this is the same style of ferry depot as we had. Although there isn't the yes, when we were near Stavanger, just here there was a ramp. There isn't a ramp at Bergen, near this side of the river. So that's good, it's different. I don't want made it the same, so I wonder how much this ferry journey is going to cost me. The last one was $50. I think this might be a bit longer. No, $59. £59, sorry. So I'm in New Zealand, and so everything is dollars here. And so everyone refers to money as bucks, just like in the US. A bit sad, but there we go. So, let's rock and roll. I'm going to leave this depot. Where's our exit? There is our exit skid. And yeah, so when you bump the AI, you don't actually have to drive around them. You just have to give them a little bit of space, and they will go off on their own. I think I'm clear. So there's our sign to Bergen. We could have refueled in Bergen, but I think it'd be just as expensive in Bergen as it was where we fueled up. £3. It's so cheap to use a toll booth in Scandinavia. It would appear, well, in Norway it would appear. You get quite a chunk of road. I mean, I think if you were using this kind of chunk of road in, say, France or Poland, you'd be paying £70. So we're turning right here, and it'd be lovely to just flick the bar. Why on earth would you need a barrier on that side of the road? Do enough people drive? See, these yellow things, I hate them. I hate them. I wish they weren't there. I really wish they weren't there. They kick the fourth wall down so much, and I don't know whether it's because whether they've added them because people keep going up the wrong road. That's their own fault. It's not the fault of the map. That's their own fault. Don't go down the part of the road you're not meant to go down. Please don't artificially hold my hand. You know? I wish those yellow arrow things weren't there. I really do. So we're heading towards Bergen. That's fantastic. We will get. We will no doubt automatically discover Bergen because we have to drive through it to get to the ferry to the UK. I'm going to pause the recording. No! Oh, do you know what I did? Did you see what I did there? I have done damage to my load. Yes. Damn it. What I did there was I wasn't looking at the road. I needed to come down this slipway, so I've done a significant amount of damage to my truck, and I've done 2%, so I'm going to get, at best, I'm going to get good work. That's annoying. That's not what we were aiming for. That's infuriating. So yes, I would rather that than have arrows telling me not to go down that way, which is kind of I'm furious with myself. So we're going to turn right here, and we're going to get that discoverable, and then we're going to do the loop. So we've got a red. So we've discovered Bergen. So as I said, having discovered the city, I feel comfortable going to find the discoverables. I don't feel comfortable anymore going out of my way to discover cities. What I should have done was I should have come to a halt on the road and then reversed. The trouble is you can't always rely on the AI not parking right behind you. And I think that was in my head when I was coming to a halt, when I was spearing myself. Recruitment agent. When I was spearing myself on the median. I wonder if I'm going to get problems with the engine, and whether I shouldn't go and repair the engine. Ooh, that was close. I didn't stop and look. This happens to me every time I get some damage to my truck. I do something silly, is I get a little bit reckless at junctions. So put the parking brake on. And we're ready to go. So Bergen we're almost at where we're going to set off on the ferry, and then I'm going to pause the recording and download the footage so that I can carry on. Because if I don't, I will run out of space on my phone's memory, as has happened many a time. So it'd be lovely to have the track IR so that I could just look at that. Here we go, we're ready to go. So I could just twist my head slightly, just look to the left slightly, and I would then be looking. Okay, so I didn't notice my camera had shut down, and we've lost a tiny little bit of journey from where I was talking about the track IR to me getting on the row. So we're going to carry on. We're on the ferry. You just aside from me wittering on, you didn't really use a great deal. So we are going to go from Bergen to Newcastle upon Tyne. So let's embark. Let's pay the £1,250. So this is why you need to keep a little bit of cash, not spend it all, because you could lose. You could get nasty letters from. Actually, it doesn't matter, but you get nasty letters from the bank saying you've spent loads more money. I don't know what the penalty is because I've never actually. Although I have owed the bank money, I've always earned enough to cover my... I need to be on this side of the road because I'm now in the UK. I've always had enough money to... Why are we getting Holland to the UK? We didn't go from Holland, we went from Norway, and that's a very different flag from the Norwegian... from the Dutch flag. Bergen is in Norway. Norway's flag is red with a white cross. No, that's Denmark's flag is a red with a white cross. Norway's flag is blue background with a red cross with... Okay, well, there you go. I don't know whether that's a problem for ProMods or it's a problem. It's probably a problem for... Actually, Joe, I bet you it's a problem for ProMods because I think... in the vanilla game, in the SCS version of the game, you can't... Oh! Damn it! In the time it took me to look, some scumbag AI sped round the roundabout. Now 14%. So, yes, in the normal version of the game, you can only go to Newcastle from the Netherlands. You can't go... So that's why that flag reads as the Netherlands, because it thinks you're coming from the Netherlands. Because that, they need to add the additional flags. ProMods need to add the additional flags, if possible. Mind you, yeah. I don't remember ever seeing a flag fluttering when you go between Sweden and Norway, so perhaps they can't do it. So we're now going from Newcastle to Sheffield. Newcastle would be in... it's in the Tyne Tees area, and Sheffield is in Yorkshire. Although it's at the very bottom of the where Sheffield is on the map looks wrong. It's probably right, but it looks wrong to me. But let's have a quick look at the map and see where we're going, actually, out of interest. So we're going from Newcastle all the way down the A1 to Sheffield. So it's a straight road from here. It's 3.5 hours in-game time, so we're probably talking about... oh, no. Let's get that right. We needed to swing out wide anyway to make sure that the load came round. But, oh yeah, 3.5 hours, it's usually between 1 and 3 minutes, depending on the speed you're going. So I'd say about between 6 and 9 minutes of real time, but we'll see. So the time is, yeah. So it should be A1 all the way until we get to Sheffield. So this will be the first time we've visited Sheffield in this profile. I've visited all of the UK cities in my private profile. So what I did was I started in Liverpool, as I have in this... Whoa, I'm all over the shop. I started in Liverpool as I have in this version of the game, but I decided to visit all of the UK cities before I went to mainland Europe. It was quite difficult. There were a couple of occasions when I couldn't do it, when I wasn't being given a UK destination, and I had to go to a European destination. I think I had to go to Amsterdam and Rotterdam, Esbjerg, a couple other places outside Europe in order to get a European. And Aberdeen was particularly difficult to get to because it's quite isolated at the top of the UK map. And so actually when I got to Aberdeen, I decided to make that a garage location so I could fast journey to it, because it's at the top. It's the northernmost UK city in the game. It's not the northernmost UK city. That is John O'Groats, I think. Was it Land's End? I'm embarrassing myself with my poor UK knowledge, my poor knowledge of UK geography. So yes, that's it's not the northern. Actually, no, the northernmost UK city is probably one of the islands. Scotland's got a series of. Oh gosh, that load is very unstable. That has to be the load, because I just overtook a vehicle, and it tried to swing me in the other direction. I'll be quite glad to get rid of this load, I've got to be honest. I'm wondering whether I'll get good work or satisfactory. Let's ease off the accelerator a little bit, because we're going down around the corner. Wow, this is a really unstable load. It might help if I had the 6x4 bogey, 6x4x4. You get no, I don't know why they call it 6x4. Speeding offence, really? Damn it! I'm so busy trying to concentrate on what kind of, because I was looking at the bogey and on the back of my lorry, I didn't see the speed limit sign. So you should always focus on the road ahead, peeps. Always. 60. I should be doing 60 miles an hour, which I think I'm fine now. Yeah, I don't think this vehicle can do faster than 55 miles an hour, which is 90k, I believe. Yeah, eyes on the road ahead. So I was looking at the back of the tractor, between the set of wheels between, because I was trying to make a mental calculation as to essentially there are three types of bogey. You've got just the 4 tyres. Wow, you kidding me? This is definitely the bogey. I've never had problems going around a road like this. This is definitely the load. The load is incredibly unstable. I wonder if they've deliberately made it like that so that it shifts. I mean, that would require a tremendous amount of... Or maybe they've made it top heavy. I think they might have made it top heavy in order to simulate an unstable load. Because then, I think it's coal, and it's coal wood. It shift in the truck. The top surface. It wouldn't shift this much though. It really wouldn't. This is a horrible load. I'd be quite glad to get a shot of it, to be honest. 2 hours of in-game time. So, yes. Ugh. My iPad is not playing games. I've got a clock on my iPad, but it's not playing ball. The home button is misbehaving. And normally I would just stop the game and fiddle with it, but I'm doing a load. I'm playing. I'm making content for YouTube, and it would be a bit daft to stop making a video just to fiddle with my home button on my iPad. But that's a bit worrying because the iPad isn't, what, year and a half old. Home button shouldn't be knackered after a year and a half. So yes, I think this would be slightly easier to drive this load. Yeah, because at the moment I've just got 4 tyres touching the road at the back of the tractor, and I could have as many as 8. I could have 6. You can have 4, 6, or 8. And because the tyres are the extra tyres sit in front of the ones that are currently on my truck, they tend to add a little bit of stability. They've modelled it in the games so that you get a bit more stability. You've got less flex in the chassis. You're kidding me. So this is another thing the AI does. It overtakes you and then it just stops going. It stops going at the speed it was going. Is this guy brake checking me? Oh, no. You're kidding me. This load is horrible. Oh, no. I've lost even more money. 4% damage to the load. I'm going to get satisfactory at best at this rate. I am never doing that load again. If I see that ore load, stuff that. I'm not touching it with a barge pole. I've never pulled a load around a corner that shallow and had the load pull the tractor over. That's horrifying. 16% damage to my tractor. Do you know, I'm going to stick at 60k. I don't think I can go any faster than 60k with this load. I can't pull in the inside obviously because that lane is not for Sheffield. That lane's for Grimsby. Alright, I'm on the inside lane. I can go a little bit faster than that. Let's get it up to... I've pulled back to 50, sorry, pulled back to 50. Come on, let's get up to 60. We're sitting at... What? Where's the... I don't know, I don't think the autopilot, cruise control was working. Oh no, cruise control is not working. Why is the cruise? Oh, might be that we're going up a very steep hill, and the cruise control just keeps you at the engine revs you were doing. It's not actually keeping you at the speed. It's not that intelligent. Yeah, I think we're now off the hill. We're doing 68k. Oh, infuriating. I'm having a bit of a bad run. I've got 1 excellent in 4 journeys. This journey isn't going to be excellent by any stretch of the imagination. Yeah, I need to be in this lane for Sheffield. Be nice to be able to indicate my intentions. Not 100% necessary, given this is a game rather than real life. But given that it's a sim and we're trying to play as realistically as possible, it would be nice if we could. Right, we're hitting another hill, so I'm going to take over control of the throttle from the cruise control. Thank goodness there's less than an hour of dragging this horrible load and get shot of it. I mean, it would be, if it was more interesting to look at, I could forgive it. Oh, you can hear my engine complaining. It's not pleasant. Oh, okay, I didn't want to do that. I wanted to be in this middle lane. So, I mean, these are all the things that this game throws at you. You've got to face unstable loads. You've got to face got to learn to control your enthusiasm to get to a destination, and you've got to slow down a little bit. I could feel the load shifting. You really can feel. Yeah, I mean, I not feel, but you can notice the load shifting. We've got another steep curve, and then we've got a really, really tight turn. But we'll be going slow. We need to be in a left-hand lane for this, because we are going to turn off. So yes. While I was getting the footage off my iPhone from the first half of this journey, I noticed at the very beginning I said we'd leveled up to level 8. We didn't level up to level 8. We leveled up to level 11. We're at level 11. Yes, I believe. Yep, engine malfunction. That's what happens when you get 16% damage. Periodically, the engine says, "Nah, stuff you. I have had enough. This is too much." So we're nearly at our destination, so we don't have to put up with that too much, thankfully. Oh, slow down. Don't want to be going too fast around this. The load will definitely tip us over. And I think you'll recall very early on if you watched all of these up to now, very early on, you'll remember that we did nearly tip ourselves over on a regular load, going around one of those loops too fast. So the Sheffield is within sight. You can see on the mini-map Sheffield in grey. So we'll pull to the outskirts. That'll turn sort of the orangey golden colour. And let's see how much time we've got. We've got 18 hours. I think we might do the discoverables before we go in, so that we remember them and we don't have to worry about them after we repair and sleep. We can just go straight to our load. We don't waste time we don't waste valuable journey time on discoverables. So I've got a fly in. I've got a fly in the room with me, and it keeps land. Oh, what the heck! I think I hit the median somehow. 17%. Right, let's look at the map, see where the discoverables are. Or discoverable, I think singular. Yeah, it's just the one. Yeah, so we go straight over the roundabout and then follow the yeah. And then we will have discovered and see what it is, whether it's a truck dealership and if so, what manufacturer, or is it a job agency, a recruitment agency. At this point, obviously, we prefer recruitment agencies because we're starting to get into the position where we're going to start recruiting. Obviously, the more garages you have, the faster you generate money, the more quickly you employ drivers. So it's kind of like a snowball, like an avalanche. You start with a few, and then you get more and more and more. It's a recruitment agency, that's good. Oh, you're kidding me. 18%. This is not going well. This is not going well at all. The AI seem to be flinging themselves in front of my lorry. Or more correctly, more probably, I'm not concentrating enough. Oh, you can hear the noises. I love that they stick these little noises in to tell you that your engine is struggling. I love that they do that. I mean, you don't want to ever hear it, but it's wonderful that they've put that in. They've added that little touch. I think it's glorious. A glorious little touch. Come on. Unbelievable. How slow was that? I tell you one thing that does bug me is that the AI follows a really peculiar route that no human would ever follow. When going around a corner, humans automatically cut the corners. And you watch the way I drive. I'm cutting corners where it's legal and okay to do so, because it doesn't make sense not to. Okay, this is in... I've not done a depot this shape before. That's interesting. It's nice to have someone new to try. Right, let's try and straighten this up as much as possible. So we... Right. Oh, I do wish those notifications wouldn't happen. I need to turn them off, but I need to go into... Steam to do it, and I can't do that. I keep forgetting to do it. Oh, no, I steered the wrong way. You've got to remember to steer against the way that the trail is going. It's very counterintuitive. Ugh. Otherwise you have to pull forward to straighten up. I want to be able to hopefully see the parking box in both mirrors. That's the ideal, is to be able to see the parking box in both mirrors. It's not always possible, it depends on the load. But you can see, I can see the parking box in both mirrors right there. And we're a little far to the right. Oh, okay. And we need to steer in the other direction. And hopefully that should put us in the green. So if we steer back now, that should put us in the green any minute now. Give it a little throttle. There we go. We're in. So, what did we get? Good work. Well, that's better than I feared. I feared we might get satisfactory. What did we lose? £514. Well, and 53 XP. So we really did need to park the lorry to sort of mitigate that XP loss. So, Kristiansand to Sheffield, 632k, 35 hours and 20 minutes, 682.9 litres of fuel, 11,940 base reward, proficiency bonus of £1,970, long distance delivery bonus of £505, an urgent delivery bonus of £302, and a damage penalty of 4%, which is £540. So we got 632 XP. 158 XP for the long distance, 126 XP for the urgent delivery bonus, and 45 for parking the trailer, and then we got 53. We lost 53 XP for the 4% of damage. So we ended up with £14,203 and 908 XP. That pushed us 2/3 of the way to level 12. So yes, it's from this point on we're looking at three journeys per skill level. So we're at 11, skilled worker. Although based on the last 4 out of the last 5 journeys, I wouldn't say that that really qualifies. So our total experience is 15,172, and we have to get to 16,000 to get to level 12. So this has been a fun and stressful journey. We won't have any upgrades for the lorry or a skill point to apply at the beginning of the next video. So what we will do is we will repair, we will rest, and we will pick a new journey. So in the meantime, until I see you in the next video, I'll see you on the road.